children. Today you are going to solve the remaining problems. That is question number 8. In a year, Seema earns 1,50,000 rupees and saves 50,000 rupees. Find the ratio of money that Seema earns to the money she saves. Money that she saves to the money she spends. So she is earning a amount, so that is the total amount she is earning, 1,50,000 rupees, and that so she is saving 50,000 rupees. How much amount she is spending? Okay, we have to find the ratio of money earns to saving and saving to spending. So these ratios we have to find. Before that, write the given values. What are the given values? Write in the first one, money earned by Seema. Money earned by Seema. How much amount she is earning? 1,50,000 rupees. Right? Similarly, money saved by her. Money saved by her. How much amount she is saving? That is 50,000 rupees. And how much amount she is spending? So how to find that one? Money spent by her. Money spent by her. So spending amount means we have to subtract from total amount to saving amount. So then we can get spend. How much amount does she spend? 1,50,000 to 50,000 rupees. Subtract, you will get 1,00,000. So that is 1,00,000 rupees Seema spent. Okay, now what is the first question? What you have to find here? The ratio of money earns to the ratio of money, yes, saved. Ratio of money earned to money saved. Money saved. Okay, money earned, total amount that is 1,50,000 rupees. Ratio is, symbol is 2, and money saved, how much amount saving? 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees. Now simplify, here 4 zeros, 4 zeros, 5 ones, 5 threes. Okay, what is the ratio of here? 3:1. 3:1 is the ratio of money earned to money saved. Similarly, second one, what is the ratio of money saved to money spent. Money spent. Okay, saved amount is 50,000 rupees is 2, and spent amount is, here spent, how much amount? 1,00,000. Very good. 1,00,000 rupees. Now simplify, 4 zeros, here 4 zeros, 5 ones, 5 twos. That is 1:2 is the ratio of money saved to the money spent. Is it clear, children? Right. Next, come to the question number 9. There are 1 or 2 students, 1 or 2 teachers in a school of 3,300 students. Find the ratio of teachers to the number of students. So here same question mark. Here there are 1 or 2 teachers. How many teachers are in the school? 102 teachers. In the term, how many students are there? 3,300 students. You have to find the ratio of teachers to students. Teachers is 102 and students ratio strength is 3,300. Okay, now you can find that, simplify, you can find the ratio of the teachers to the students. Okay, this one do homework, 9th question. And 10th one, see, in a college out of 4,020 students, 2,300 are girls. Find the ratio of number of girls to number of students, number of boys to number of girls. Same procedure, total students given, in that girls strength given, boys not given. How to find the boys? You have to subtract from total student to number of girls. You will get the strength of boys. Is it clear? Okay, you can do this one also homework. 9th to 10th homework to you. And number of boys to the total number of students. Third question. So in that ABC problems are there. You have to solve. 9th, 10th homework. See, next to 11th question. Out of 1800 students in a school, 750 students opted basketball, 800 opted cricket, remaining opted table tennis. If a student can opt only one game, find the ratio of number of students who opted basketball to the number of students who opted table tennis. Okay, children, in that 11th question, total students in a school, number of students in a school, how many students are there? 1800 students. How many members opted basketball? 750. Cricket 800. Remaining tennis. Remaining means how to find? From total students to, you have to add who opted the basketball, cricket. Okay, that one you have to do addition. So that addition of students you have to subtract from the total number of students. Then you will get the number of students opted for the table tennis. Is it clear? Okay, we will solve that. Okay, so 11th question. See, first given the total students in a school. Total students in a school. What is the strength of school? 1800. Right. Number of students opted. Number of students opted basketball. Number of students opted basketball. So basketball. Who opted basketball? So the 750 students. Similarly, number of students opted. Now cricket. Opted cricket. So how many students opted cricket? 800. So remain who opted tennis. We have to find the remaining opted table tennis. Number of students opted for table tennis. So how many it means? From total 800 to 750 plus 800. Then we will get the number of students who opted the table tennis. 1800 minus 750 plus 800. So that is addition to 750, 800. 0, 5, 15. 1550. Subtract from 1800 to 1550. 0. Take the bar of 10 minus 5. 5. Okay. So here 7. 7 minus 2. So how many students opted table tennis here? 250 students. Okay, right. Now what you have to find? Find the ratio of who opted basketball to the who opted table tennis. What is the first question? So ratio of number of students who opted basketball to the number of students who opted which game? Table tennis. Okay, so what is the strength of basketball? 750. Ratio symbol is 2. Table tennis 250. Now simplify 0, 0, 25 ones, 25 3. So what is the ratio of basketball to table tennis? 3:1. Similarly, second question what? Number of students who opted cricket to. So that is simple sentence I am writing. Cricket to. So which game? That is basketball. basketball. Each question you write neatly in the notebook. I am writing here short form. Okay, cricket to basket. Cricket, how many students? 800. Basketball, 750. 800, 750. Now, how can you simplify this? You can. So, if you don't know how to simplify, find the factors of 800. Okay, na? So, it is very easy to you. Or so see 800 here 2 4s 2 4 0 0 next to 2 2s 4 2 1s 100 2 50s 2 25s again 5 5s. Similarly for 750 find the factors, that is 5 1s 5 5 5s 25 0 again 5 3s 30 5 30s 5 6 2 3s 3 1s. Okay, so 800 all factors you write here 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So 3 4 5 2s by, okay, into 5 by. So what is ratio we can write in the form of a fraction. Okay, so write that 5 into 5 into 5 into 2 into 3. Again you write 5 5 cancel. So now simplify 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16 by 5 into 3, 5 3 is 15. This is the ratio of cricket to basketball. Next, what is that? Number of students who opted basketball to number of students. So we have to find the ratio of basketball to, so third one, basketball to, so number of students. Basketball strength is 750 by, so number of students 1800. You can simplify 0. You can simplify like that or by finding the factors, right? Factorization method. Okay, 5 1s, 5 5s, again 5 3s are 15, 5 6. So similarly 3 5s, 3 1s, 3 2s. If it is not divisible, then what is the ratio of that? 5 is to 12. 5 is to 12. Okay children, like this we can find the ratio of any problem. Right. 12th question, see, cost of a dozen pens is 180 rupees and the cost of 8 ball pens is 56 rupees. Okay now, find the ratio of cost of a pen to the cost of a ball pen. Here cost of a dozen pens. Dozen means how many things? 12. Very good. So 12 things means, so 12 things of cost is equal to 180 rupees. So then one thing is equal to how much cost? One thing is equal to how much? So then you can divide that 180 by 12. Okay. Next, the cost of 8 ball pens is 56. One ball pen is equal to how much? So you can divide that. Find the ratio of pen to the ball pen. Cost of pen to the ball pen. First given, you write in that 12th question, first cost of a dozen pens is equal to 180 rupees. Okay. Now cost of one pen, cost of one pen is equal to 180 by 1 dozen is equal to 12 things. 12. Okay, 1 dozen is equal to 12 things. 180 by 12. Now you can simplify 12 ones, 12 again. So 6 is the 12 fives. What is the cost of one pen? 15 rupees. Like 12 pens means 12 into 15. You will get the 180 rupees. Similarly, cost of 8 ball pens given. 8 ball pens cost is 56 rupees. What is the cost of one ball pen? One ball pen is equal to 56 by 8. So that is 7 rupees. What is the cost of one ball pen? 7 rupees. Now find the ratio of, so ratio of pen to the ratio of ball pen. What is the cost of pen? That is 15 is to ball pen cost is 7. 15 is to 7 is our required ratio. Okay. Right children, consider the statement ratio of breadth to the length of a hole is 2:5. Complete the following table that shows some possible breadths and lengths of the hole. So okay, table given, that is the breadth of the hole in the 11th question. Breadth of the hole given, length given. So that is 10 meters, 25 meters. If 50 meters length of the hole, what about the breadth? And next, if breadth of the hole is 40 meters, and what about the length? How to find? So here the length and breadth ratio is, breadth and length ratio is 2:5. 2:5. So if you simplify this 10 ones, that is 5 2s, 5 5s. Breadth to ratio. Like that, how will you find that one? Just you divide that. Okay. So how to divide that one? The length is 50 meters. Okay. And breadth, how you can divide breadth by 50. Breadth by 50 is equal to the total ratio. You can simplify. Breadth is equal to 2 into 50 by 5. 5 ones, 5 tens. What is the breadth here? 20. Similarly here, breadth is 40, length not given. How to find? So we know that the ratio is 2/5. That is breadth by length. Okay, breadth we know that, length don't know. Okay, so now here cross multiplication, 2 into length is equal to 40 into 5. We need the length L. So now transpose 2, it becomes the divisor. 2 ones, 2, 20. 25 is 100. So okay, like this you can complete the table. Okay, next see 14th one. So this is the 13th question, sorry, the 13th one. Next 14th Seema. 14th one, divide 20 pence between Sheila and Sangeeta in the ratio of 3:2. Ratios, division you have to divide. How to divide? If the ratio given, so if the ratio will give, how to divide that? So separately, 20 pence are there, but ratio given, Sheila ratio is, Sheila received 3 parts, Sangeeta 2. 3:2 ratio, they divided the 20 pence. So each person will get how many pence? Each person. How will you do that one? How will you separate that one? First, total terms. How many terms are there? Total terms are here 3 plus 2. Given ratio is 3:2. That is Sheila and Sangeeta ratio is 3:2. Total terms of 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 terms are there. We have to find the first ratio of Sheila. Okay. So ratio of Sheila. Sheila ratio is 3 by total terms of 5. We have to, yes, from total 20 pence to. Now how many pence will she get? 12 pence. How many pence? She will get 12 pence. Similarly, ratio of, so what is that one? Sangeeta name na? Yes. So Sangeeta. So Sangeeta will get, so Sangeeta will have 2 by 5 into 20. 5 ones, 5 fours, total 8 pence she will get. What is the ratio? Ratio of Sheila to Sangeeta, that is 12:8. If you simplify 4 3s 4, this will you get 3:2 or not? Yes. Okay. So if the ratio will give and the total term, so that is the total value. If they mention how to do that one, first to write the total ratio and the total terms. From that, first which person asks, that person you write, and by total terms into 20. You will get the, so like this. Okay na children? Right. Okay, 15th one, see, mother wants to divide 36 pence her daughter Shreya and Bhumika in their ages. If age of Shreya is 15 years and age of Bhumika is 12 years. Find how much Shreya and Bhumika will get. Here, so the problem is related to the ages. Mother wants to divide 36 rupees between her daughters. Her daughters Shreya, Bhumika, she wants to divide that 30 rupees. So how will divide to her daughters? If the age of Shreya is 15 years and age of Bhumika 12 years. So according to their ages, she is dividing that amount. How will she divide? So Shreya age is 15, Bhumika age is 12. Find how much Shreya and Bhumika will get. Same procedure. First total amount is 36 rupees. Same procedure ma. So total 36, but ages are here given. The ages of 15 is to 12. 15 12. Okay, if you take the ratio of Shreya to Bhumika, you will get 3 5 3 4. This is the total ratio, and the total terms of 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Okay, na? Total terms is equal to 9. Now we have to find the how much amount Shreya will get. Shreya part, the part of Shreya. So Shreya part is 5 by total 9 into 36. 9 ones, 9 fourths. So 20 rupees Shreya will get. How much amount will get Bhumika? Bhumika part is 4. Among total parts 9. 4 by 9. So divide now. 9 ones, 9 fourths. Total 16 rupees. So how will she divide to Shreya and Bhumika? So like this. Finally Shreya will get 20 rupees and Bhumika will get 16 rupees. Is it clear? Right. Okay ma. Last one, see 16th one. Present age of father is 42 years and that of his son is 14 years. Find the ratio of present age of father to present age of son. What is the present age of father here? 42 years. Son age 14 years. What is the ratio? 42 is to, yes, 42 is to 14. So that is 14 ones, 14 threes. 3 times of his age, the father's. Okay. So that is, what is the ratio? 3 is to 1. Okay. Second one. Age of father to the age of son. When son was 12 years old. 12 years old. Okay. So 12 years old. So actually father's age is 40 years. Okay. 40 years. When son was 12 years. 42 years. When son was 12 years. Present 14. So father's age is 42. Son age is 14 years. When he was 12 years. What is his father's age? Exactly 40. The ratio of son also. That is, what is the son age at the 12 years? So then simplify. This is, okay. So 2 2s 0, 2 20s, 2 6. Again 2 10s, 2 3s. What is the ratio here? 10 is to 3. Right. Next third one. Age of father after 10 years to the age of son after 10 years. Age of father after 10 years. That means you have to add. Okay. After 10 years means how much? Total 52. Okay. 52 by after 10 years son age. 10 total. 14 plus 10. 24. 24. You can simplify this. So this is 2 2s are 4, 2 6. Again 2 1s, 2 2s. 2 1s, 2 3s, 2 6. So is there possible to divide that? No. Then what is the ratio? 13 is to 6. And last one, age of father to the age of son. When father was 30 years old. Father, when the age of father 30 years old. What is the age of son? 30 years means you subtract. Okay. So you will get here. What is that? How much age will he get? From 14 to. Okay. So at the time of age, the son is 14 minus 12. You will get the 2 years. 2 years. 12 years ago the age of father was 30. at the age of sun is, at the time of the age of sun is 2 years. Then what is the ratio? 15:1. Okay, up to now children, in the 12.1 exercise 16 problems completed, and next our topic is proportion. Do you know what is the proportion? Okay, so what is the ratio? Ratio is the way of comparing the numbers by division is called the ratio. Okay, we can write the ratio in the form of A:B. This is the symbol of ratio. When the two ratios are, when the ratios are in the proportion, when we say that, so that means if the two ratios are in proportion, then we can say that that is in proportion. So here A:B is to C is to D. A:B is to C is to D. So these A and D terms are called the first term and last term. These two are the middle terms. These are the extreme terms. So first, fourth terms are extreme terms. Second, third terms are called the middle terms. These are the middle terms. Okay. So when we say that the two ratios are in a proportion. So when we say that the ratios are in proportion. See here, I am taking one example, 30, 40, 45 and 60. Are these in proportion or not? How can we check? So consider this is A, B, C, D term. Okay, how to write this one? 30 is to 40 is to 45 is to 60. Product of first and last term, that is A into D is equal to, so middle terms are B into C. Okay, even the two ratios are equal, we can say that the ratios are in the proportion. How can we say? 30 into 60 is equal to 40 into 45. 3 6 are 18. 1800 is equal to. So you can multiply 4 5s are 20, 4 4 16 plus 2 18. Now can you tell me these two ratios are equal? Yes. If the two ratios are equal, we can say that they are in the proportion. Now can you say are these are in a proportion? Yes, these are in the proportion. These ratios are in the proportion. So it is a proportion. When the two ratios are equal, we can say that the ratios are in the proportion. Okay, so first and last terms are called the extreme terms, and second and third terms are called the middle terms. What is the proportion formula? How to find? A into D is equal to B into C. A into D is equal to B into C. Okay children, based on this concept, we solve the exercise problems. So keep heading in your notebook 12.2. Okay, determine if the following are in proportion. Okay children, here determine with these numbers are given, that is first one, see 15, 45, 40, 120. So are these in proportion or not? Check here, give the terms A, B, C, D. We know that A into D is equal to B into C. The product of first term and last term and product of 2 and 3. So 15 into 120 is equal to 45 into 40. So now multiply 12 5s are 60, 12 ones 12 plus 6 18, 1800. Again 4 5s are 20, 4 4 16, 17, 18. Okay, same problem now. So last we got the same value. Here also we got the same. That means both sides are equal. Okay, left hand side, right hand side, both are equal. If the ratios are equal, what we can say that the ratios are in the proportion. Now tell me, these two are in the proportion or not? Yes. So these ratios are in the, these are in the proportion. In the proportion. Okay. So like that you can determine the remaining all. So remaining all terms, write this like this. Okay, product of first term and last term are called the extreme terms, middle terms are second and third. Like that you can check all the problems first B, C, D, E, F, all problems you check. If the values left hand side, right hand side not equal, then we can say that proportion? No, these ratios are not in the proportion. Okay, let us come to the second problem. Write true or false against each of the statement. So same procedure here also, this one is true or not. So one I explain, remaining all you do yourself. What is that? Second one, 16 is to 24 is to 20 is to 30. 20 is to 30. So you can multiply the product of A into D and it is B into C. A into D is equal to B into C. So 16 into 30 is equal to 24 into 20. Now multiply 16 3s are 48, that is equal to 480. Now 2 4s 8, 2 2s 4, 0. Both are equal? Yes. The given ratios are in proportion. The given ratios are in proportion. Then this, if the ratios are proportion, then it is true or false? Yes, it is the true. Okay, based on this concept, you can solve the remaining all problems. Second problem, all problems you can complete. And third one also see, are the following statements true or not? Same procedure ma. So third, fourth, all problems belongs to this ratio and this proportion formula. So only the thing is you have to remember A into D is equal to B into C. These terms are called the extreme terms and these are called the middle terms. Okay, when the two ratios are in proportion, we can say that the ratios are in the, when the two ratios are equal, we can say that they are in, the given ratios are in the proportion. Same procedure, how the problem will give, same you have to write first term A, B, C, D, multiply A into D, B into C. Okay, left hand side, right hand side, both will equal, we can say that they are in the proportion. Remaining all problems you can complete. Okay children, bye.